Imagine the largest industrial project in the history of Crimea. Not a resort, not a bridge, but a nuclear power plant. The location is Cape Kazantip, near the town of Shchelkino. This is a project of the Crimean NPP. Grandiose plans, begun in 1975, were supposed to turn the peninsula into an industrial center, providing it with energy for decades to come. The Crimean NPP was planned as a new generation plant. Its reactors, the Ver-1000, were the most powerful and modern in the Soviet Union. The idea was large-scale, 2 power units of the first stage, and in the future, 2 more, so that the total capacity would reach 4,000 megawatts. This energy would be enough to supply not only the entire Crimea, but also part of the southern regions of Ukraine. Construction was proceeding at a rapid pace. Huge buildings, foundations, and cooling towers were being built. A satellite town named Shchelkino, named after a Soviet physicist, has grown up next to the future nuclear power plant. Engineers, builders, scientists, thousands of people came to it to bring this ambitious project to life. Everything changed in 1986. The Chernobyl disaster has become a point of no return. She didn't just shake up the world, she forced us to reconsider our attitude towards nuclear energy. The society was gripped by fear of radiation. In Crimea, where construction was already nearing completion, protests began. People who had previously been proud of the grandiose project were now demanding that it be stopped. Expert commissions issued alarming verdicts, one after another. They discovered that the construction site had been chosen poorly. Errors in geological surveys, seismic activity in the region, insufficient soil stability. All these factors, which were ignored at the design stage, have now turned out to be critical. In 1987, the construction was finally frozen, and in 1989, the Council of Ministers of the USSR decided to completely preserve the facility. What happened to the unfinished station? The abandoned giant has become a source of potential danger. Huge buildings, unfinished reactor compartments, and turbine hulls remained on the territory. Most importantly, there was equipment stored on the site that could be dangerous. In particular, fuel cells and radioactive materials, which, according to some reports, have already been delivered to the station. Although official sources claim that the nuclear fuel was never delivered, the full reliability of this information remains in question. Unfinished buildings became the object of looting. Looters took out metal, equipment, and everything that could be scrapped. The station was slowly but surely turning into ruins. The buildings, which were supposed to serve for decades, were destroyed by time and vandalism. The Crimean NPP today is not just an abandoned facility. It is a grim monument to the ambitions and mistakes of the past. Most of the equipment was dismantled and removed. What is left does not pose a nuclear danger, but it carries another threat. The unfinished structures were dilapidated. Falling floors, rusty fittings, deep shafts. All this makes the territory extremely dangerous to visit. An abandoned building now stands on the site of the former reactor compartment. Cooling towers, huge towers that look like spaceships, have become a popular destination for adventurers, stalkers, and lovers of abandoned places. But this popularity carries risks. In 2021, it became known about plans to demolish the remaining structures. But so far these works have not fully begun. The fate of the Crimean Nuclear Power Plant has not yet been decided. It remains an unfinished giant, reminding us how grandiose plans can turn into failure, and that even the most ambitious projects should be based on deep analysis, not just ambition. That's all for today, until we meet on the channel.